Shaking hands or hugging.
This is not gonna work.
Kiss on a cheek.
This is one of my most popular videos on my channel. You guys loved my 30th birthday party video. There's a couple of really things that make this party very interesting. Number one, I only have like a week and a half to plan this. I had to get an Airbnb, I had to figure out a theme, I had to do all the things just really, really fast. And so I want to take you behind the scenes on exactly how it is I'm executing this with only $1,000. So the first place I actually started was with my budget. I knew that in order to host a pretty successful party in just a couple of days, I needed to know exactly how much money I had to play with. So the first thing I did was create my budget, which in this case was $1,000. Because we don't have a house anymore, we live in an RV, a lot of that cost, what it really came down to is the Airbnb that I rented cost me roughly about $600. So that's the first thing that I did, is determine my budget, next determine the location. Where was I actually going to have this get together? I don't even really want to call it party, because technically with Airbnbs you're not supposed to have parties. Because it's so small and so intimate, this is where details really matter. I'm looking at something easy for catering, which is proving to be a little bit difficult, because for catering, I'm looking at about $50 per person. Another thing that makes this party really unique is, like my other party, it is alcohol free. Now this is just because that's our lifestyle choice. So I'm looking at mocktails and things like that. I personally just don't drink. I know how I get when I drink it. I don't like that version of myself. I'm just not going to, I'm not going to buy drinks. I'm not going to buy alcohol. I'm not interested in any of that. What I am interested in is just my husband having a really good time with the people that he appreciates in his life. Let's head into my computer so I can show you exactly what I'm talking about. So once I had my budget, I had my venue. The next step was to figure out what was my vision for this. So I came up with my theme. I figured out what exactly was the decor that I wanted.
All right, so I've got your back. If you look in the description box down below, I have the links to all of the templates and all of the things that I'm going to be showing you today to make your party planning process just that much more easy and effortless, especially if you're on a time crunch like me. So the first place we are going to start is with Pinterest, so that you can get your thoughts together, get your inspiration together. Once you have collected that, we're going to move into Canva, which is really where this training is kind of going to start. So in Canva, I have, again, the mood board template down below for you. And what I have done is I've actually just created an overall aesthetic look, and at a glance, if you will, of exactly how it is I want the vibe of this party to go. I go through on Pinterest and I look up images that are the closest to what the party that I'm throwing is. And I really recommend that you download this image into your phone. Why? Because if you are a busy mom like I am, busy entrepreneur like I am, you need everything at the palm of your hands, and that means on your phone. So if you have to make decisions on the fly, you can always reference your mood board whenever you need to. The next thing that I like to do is I like to go into Google Sheets, and again, the template for this is down below. I have made it super easy for you. I included the date, the location. I do include the weather. We are in Florida, so weather can be a little iffy, and that proves to be a little bit of a problem, as you will see in the later part of this video. And then this is an area that I really want to spend a little bit of time on, because at first I was like, well, maybe people are going to think that I'm bougie because I have a guest conveniences category. But honestly, that's fine. Let people think that I'm bougie. I want people to arrive at any event that I'm hosting, and I want them to feel like they're being taken care of.
Buenos dias. Today is the Friday before Edward's surprise party, so we check in today. Edward was unwilling to help me wax my underarms, so I was able to book an appointment with Jamie this morning. If I sound like a man, it's because I have been under the weather. Okay, face is on. First things first, I need to get some cough drops. If you can see my underarms, it's like embarrassing. I wish I had a jacket or something, because I need Kleenex and I need cough drops. So I'm just gonna try and be like as inconspicuous as possible. You did it yourself?
Oh yeah, always.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
Where do you want me?
Oh my gosh, I cannot believe I did that.
By the same company that you always go through?
And so I was like, well, let me just try it because everybody...
Oh, clean. Look at that.
So nice, right?
Oh, and I've been using that coffee scrub on my arms too, so they're not like too dark.
Oh my gosh.
I came home to kind of pack a bag for everybody because, of course, no one knows except for Mika that we're going to this Airbnb. He definitely has no idea, so I gotta make sure that I have everything he needs. And my hope is that I can check into the Airbnb and then show you guys exactly what it is I got. And yeah, so let's go ahead and figure out this catering situation. Let's talk, because at this point you are probably thinking, oh my gosh, Sloan, it is pouring outside and the weather for the next 2 days looks horrendous. My dear, everything is perspective. Let me explain to you why. This is a death to my 20s funeral themed party. I think it's perfect that it's raining, and I think it's gonna add an added layer and an element of spookiness to the whole party. I think it's great that it's raining, and if that's what you are worried about, just change your perspective. Everything happens for a reason.
Taking time off just cause you hollered. You grabbed my hand just cause you wanna. Tour around all up in your Honda. Taking turns, we just hit the corner. Ride the coast like in California. Not too long since that I've known you, son.
So I know I said I wanted to do a surprise, but I just don't think it's gonna work out. Their process for checking in is kind of strict. So I'm just gonna have to let the cat out of the bag and go from there. What I'm working on right now. Okay, so I thought these marquee letters were easy to put together. Look at these instructions. Like, are you serious right now? Look at all these pieces. Yeah, this is not something I could have done in one day. I'm gonna have to tell Edward about his surprise. This is not gonna work. Oh my gosh. These little like. So in true wife fashion, I'm going to steam my husband's clothes and finish getting ready downstairs.
Tell me I ain't wrong. Got 4-5 minutes till you end up alone in the world. Yeah. How you feeling? I hope everybody feels alright. Push it stronger. What you said last night. We was on cloud nine. You bought my son, that's wild. To your mother, bust it down for a brother. Get loose, it's not back like rubber. You can travel the galaxy, never find another lover like me.